Welcome to the Women in Leadership, Body, Mind, Soul, and Business podcast reading for the week. This week's reading is from the Path of the Yoga Sutras by Nicolai Bachman. We are on chapter 15. Pramana, correct evaluation. Lead me from untruth to truth. Lead me from darkness to light. Lead me from death to immortality. See Guru Shraddha. Pramana means correct perception, literally to measure or gauge what is in front of us. In order to perceive an object or situation accurately and completely, a broad understanding is often necessary. Personal agendas, external labels, and preconceived notions can all interfere with pramana. Each of us has our own unique life experience, which determines how we perceive the world. What we are exposed to and choose to expose ourselves to heavily influences our opinions and beliefs. Sometimes we end up seeing and listening to news or gossip that is simply untrue or misleading. Choosing our sources of information wisely, easier now with the advent of the internet, can lead us from untruth to truth, since there are so many vastly different views on any single idea or event. It is imperative to seek out several opinions before settling on your own. Those who seek medical treatment know this all too well. Extend this idea to any piece of important information, especially if it will impact your future perceptions and actions. There are three kinds of pramana in order of importance, all of which require viveka, or discernment, to maximize the reliability of the information and decide if it is helpful or harmful. Direct perception, or first-hand knowledge, where nothing stands between the heart-mind and the object being perceived by the senses. This is experiential knowledge, the most reliable kind of knowledge because it is based on our actual experience. Can we know what honey tastes like if somebody merely describes it to us in words? Inference or secondhand knowledge. The mind is involved here, inferring information based on what is perceived. For example, when you see smoke, the mind infers there is a fire, even though you cannot see the fire. If what you see is not smoke, but something else not caused by a fire, your inference that there is a fire is incorrect, because it was based on a misperception. Reliable testimony, or second or third-hand knowledge, often gleaned from reading a book or hearing from another person. Traditionally, this knowledge comes from texts written by people who are considered reliable, who have had direct experience of their own. This kind of perception requires our own verification from direct experience. Testimony informs and reinforces our own direct perception. Learning involves all these types of perception. Sometimes we obtain information from a teacher or books, then infer and extrapolate, and wait to see if the information holds up to direct experience. Or we may witness something first, which is then reinforced by what we read or hear from others. Inference is based on what we think we know, which comes from direct perception or testimony. In the end, we must judge something to be correct based on what we know. A clear heart mind is able to observe events accurately as they are and remember them truthfully. Correct perception can be either helpful or harmful. A helpful or neutral pramana is simply when we perceive something accurately and it does not disturb our heart mind. A helpful pramana could be witnessing an act of unconditional loving kindness, such as a person helping a complete stranger get up after taking a fall. A harmful pramana is when we correctly observe something that disturbs the heart mind. For example, watching a violent movie may cause impressions in our heart mind that will adversely affect our future actions. If we witness an event that we simply cannot process because it is so foreign to us, our heart mind does not know how to digest it, so it becomes improperly recorded in a memory. It is simply not part of our reality. This undigested material has the potential to cause confusion, just as undigested food can cause physical disease. Be careful what you ask for. The universe has a way of listening to our thoughts and providing what is necessary to move in their direction. Before setting an intention or praying for something to happen, sit quietly and contemplate the possible consequences, both positive and negative. If our heart mind is imbued with clarity, discernment, and compassion, we will see objects and events as they are and funnel that truth into our prayers and intentions. True thoughts, honest communication, and right action naturally follow, leading to a positive, accurate memories that will then support these qualities in our heart mind in a recurring cycle that develops and refines our field of consciousness. Thoughts. The highest and most reliable form of knowledge is direct, firsthand perception. With a clear and open heart mind, I can register external events accurately. I will carefully choose my secondary sources of information, including teachers, books, and news. Exercises. Pick an important issue and ask 3 people that you respect for their opinions on it. For your next big decision, collect opinions about it from close friends or family members, as well as other sources, if appropriate. See how this extra knowledge affects your final decision. Make a list of qualities that may indicate when a news source is biased or skewed. Keep your eyes and ears open for these qualities when you are exposed to the media. Thank you for joining us this week. So glad to have you. Make sure you follow us on social media and join the discussion when we go live on our podcasts. We'd love to have you. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.